What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video after I don't know how long, but I know it's been a pretty long time since I've uploaded a video. I think the last official video that I put out was whenever I took this on the first drive, me and my girlfriend. I think that was the last video. I mean, I know I posted another little video of like a cold start on a turbo OBS, but I haven't uploaded a video. And I mean, the simple reason to that is just because I haven't done anything to it. I just been driving it, cruising it. The truck has been 100% Gucci. I don't want to jinx it, so let's knock on this goddamn wood. I don't want to jinx it, but it's been running a fucking one. No problems whatsoever. Like I said, I really haven't done shit to the truck. I haven't gone to truck meets. I mean, I've been to one or two, but I really wasn't in the mood of recording. But yeah, I mean, I haven't touched the truck. The only things newer that I've done to it, have installed a heat shield or a fuck, what's the proper name for that shit? A turbo blanket. I did put new heat wrap on there, new filters. I did put a new boost controller, but something tells me that it's not right. But I am gonna redo the boost controller for now. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is buying like a wastegate spring, and then maybe just try to aim it for 15 psi, and then just have the boost controller, if I ever want to turn it up or whatever. But basically, I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna drill and tap the housing. But the only reason I haven't done this is because I'm not gonna keep this turbo for long. I am gonna upgrade to maybe an 80 millimeter or a 78. I don't know yet. But yeah, that's the only reason why I haven't, done the boost controller to the housing of the turbo and all that bullshit. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, I mean, the truck has been running Gucci. Doesn't smoke, doesn't burn oil, no funny noises. Reason I have it in the jack stands right now is just because I am going to be doing the first oil change. I don't know exactly how many miles I've put on this shit, but just by the other day of me driving it around, we went to a little boring ass meet in Fort Worth. Put about 100 miles that day. I was just driving it around since the morning and shit. Put about 100 miles in it. So I have been driving it almost every weekend, kind of a lot. So I'm pretty sure it's over 500, if not close to 500 miles. So I'm gonna drain that brake-in oil, put some good synthetic motor oil in there, and yeah. But like I said, other than that, I haven't done shit to it other than install the boost controller. I did end up installing another breather on the valve cover to the catch can. That way both sides are vented. And yeah, that's literally the only thing I've done to it. And the only reason I didn't record a video is because it's not video material. That literally installing these lines literally took me about 15 minutes. So it's not really good content for me to record. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change this oil. And yeah, today's plans are to get a AFR gauge installed on this bitch. So a little bit later, I'm gonna head down to Summit, and I'm gonna buy the AFR gauge, install it, and just to make sure that I'm not going too lean on this bitch, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Or I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on out there. But the truck has been running good, like I said. The other thing that I've done to this, which a lot of people think is badass, I went ahead and installed a tablet as pretty much digital gauges, and I got them running off a OBD2 adapter. And I'm finally able to see my engine temperature, RPM, speed, oil pressure. No, because this harness doesn't come with the connector for the oil pressure, but I do have a gauge right there. So, and I have a gauge right here for my boost. So, you know, that's why I haven't really cared about the engine oil pressure. I mean, whenever I started, this thing is close to 100 pounds. It's about 75 pounds cold start. But yeah, I've installed that. You know, as soon as it sees power, it turns on, and you know, it's able to tell me my coolant temperature my coolant temperature, my speed, my RPMs, and all that good stuff. So, like I said, again, the truck has been running a fucking one. The only codes that this thing has, man, I'm sorry if this thing goes in the way, but the only codes that this thing has, I was expecting a little bit more codes because it hasn't been fully tuned. But the only codes that this thing is throwing me is for the EFAN circuit or some shit. Because I'm not running. Let me see if I'm able to see the codes. Oh yeah, gotta hook it up. Gotta turn it on. But the only codes I'm seeing are 3 codes, which are for both because the computer that's on here is from my Sierra that I wrecked. So that came from factory 2 EFANs, you know, one left and right. So it's throwing the code for each EFAN because I'm not having the computer control the EFANs. I have an external controller. So it's throwing me a code for that. And it's throwing me a code because I didn't hook up the wire that lets you hook it up to your check engine light. So it has something about check engine light malfunction or some shit like that. But those are the only 3 codes it has. It doesn't have a running too rich, running too lean, none of that. So it's been running good. And I have been flooring it. I floored it a couple times. And it's running A1. But without that being said, let me put you guys down. I think I already did too much talking. And let's get this oil changed.
En la ciencia.
My bad. So my phone was on low battery. Had to charge it for a little bit. But this is how the oil looks. Really fucking black. Well, it's okay. There was no big metal shavings. There was nothing. So it's Gucci. I would love to open that filter up, but I don't have a fucking, a pipe opener or pipe cutter. I don't have that shit, but looks good. I didn't see any big chunks or anything. The little magnet on the screw had a lid, just like a little bit, but I think that's just because of the old, whenever this shit blew up, whenever I melted 2 pistons. I don't think I cleaned it too good, but should be fine. It was just like barely, you could barely even feel them, but there was like a little clutter of a whole bunch of metal shavings, but it's nothing too serious. It's normal, you know, especially when you're breaking in a motor. Everything is getting used to it, you know, all that shit is getting used to each other, so it's good, you know, as long as there's no big chunks, then you have a motherfucking problem. But if it's just regular barely, you can barely feel them. If you go like six, you know, you're good. It's just normal wear and tear, you know, from a brand new everything on this fucking motor. So everything is, you know, getting used to working with each other. But yeah, let me go ahead and put you guys down. Hold up. Add this other fucking shit of oil. Whoa. The oil I'm using is a full synthetic 1540 or 1550. I mean, you know, protect all this shit. I ain't trying to have no fucking spun bearings or any of that. Don't drop any, motherfucker. Oh, this oil's so thick, dude. This oil's going down slow. I'm sorry if I haven't uploaded any videos. Like I said, I just haven't done a whole bunch of stuff to the truck. I haven't been to any good shows worth recording. And if I am at the shows, I'm with my girl, so I'm just trying to enjoy the time, chill, get fucked up. The last good show that I went to, but I just didn't record, was a little show that my homeboy threw from Truck Performance. That day, it was just a bad day, so it was not worth recording at all. So much shit happened that day, not even funny. Let's just say that I had a borrowed trailer to haul this bitch, and that trailer didn't make it back to the owner the way that he gave it to me. Corvette. A lot of you have been asking me to give like a... Oh, I farted. I don't know if y'all heard that shit. A lot of you want me to do like a walk around on the truck. A lot of y'all want like a details about the engine and shit. So we gonna do that. Cause I ain't got nothing else better to do. Oh. Alright, so there you go. We got oil back into the motor, fresh oil, so that oil pressure should be hella good now. Because the oil that I added to this shit, the braking oil, was just 0 weight 30. Alright, let me see. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's not gonna focus. But it's right on the motherfucking level. Right on it. A lot of you ask me, how the fuck did you put these AN lines to the valve cover? I use a special adapter I bought on eBay, like $8. And the way that I mounted it on the passenger side, I basically added another passenger side valve cover on that side, so it has the filled oil cap on both valve covers, and then I just have another adapter on that side, and then boom. But for those of you who keep asking me, what are the details on this truck, what's done to the motor, blah 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 this, blah blah that, it's an LQ4. Started off as an LQ4, still an LQ4, but whatever. But I ended up blowing it. I melted 2 pistons, so I bored it over 30. So I don't know if that classifies as a 6.2 or 6.1, I don't know, but it's bored over, bigger pistons. It has the Summit Pro LS pistons and rods. Stock crank, it just has pistons and rods. Forged H-beam rods, forged pistons with valve reliefs, floating pin style ARP 2000 rod bolts, ARP main cap studs, and then it has a Summit Stage 3 turbo cam, LS7 lifters, hardened push rods, trunnion upgrade, CNC poured and polished A62 heads, MSD coils. It has these Dragon Fire or some shit, thick ass wires. NGK BR7 EFs, spark plugs, new timing chain, sprocket, all the bells and whistles, 76mm turbo. Right now it's currently running about 7-8ish pounds, I don't know, but yeah. It has a stage 3 4L60E, skinnies up front, drag radials in the back, 15s, 17s. I think the fronts are 17 by 4.5, and then the rears are 15 by 8.5. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, let me put you guys down for a little bit, and then I'll give you guys a cold start. Gauges. It's a little dusty. Hold up. It's a little dusty. Look at that. That's just on idle, bro. Hell. That's crazy. That's just on idle. 75 psi on oil pressure. Still needs a little, like I said, it still needs a tune. That's why it struggles to fucking turn on. I gotta give it a little bit of gas for about a minute, 30 seconds, and then it'll idle. Alright, so right now, I'm about to go to Summit. I'm gonna get that AFR gauge. That way I can see what the fuck is going on with the air-fuel ratio. Because the one that this thing provides, it doesn't really work. It doesn't work as good as I want it. So I'm gonna buy an AEM one, install it. That way I can see if this bitch is running too lean or too rich. Which I don't think is either, because it hasn't thrown up a code for that. So I'm pretty sure this bitch is running A1 right now without being tuned, which is fucking weird. So, yep, I'm gonna head out, and then I would record, but my phone's about to die. I'm at 15%, so I'm not gonna record the trip like I usually do. I'm gonna let my phone charge, and then I'll probably record there. If not, I'll record whenever I'm back home. Yep. Alright, so I already went and came back from Summit. I got the gauge. I went with a AEM or AME or whatever the fuck, AEM gauge. I went with this one for the AFR. Fucking son. I'm gonna have to trim this little bitch a little bit because it doesn't fit here. So I'm gonna get a file it down because it doesn't fit. But it's pretty much straightforward. This shit is easy as fuck to install. Basically, you just need to run these two wires, ground, and then this one goes to a 12-volt switch. All of these are optional if you're running like an external or some other type of controller. And then, you know, here's all the instructions. It's very simple, like easy as fuck to install. See, here are all the stuff. This is how you somewhat disassemble the gauge and some shit. Oh, well, maybe if you can, I don't know, but here it is. Oh shit, I done just dropped this hoe. Goddamn. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. This is extremely easy install. Very, very easy. So I just need to run the harness from over there, and then this is gonna be the other harness. It's gonna go to switch power, so I'm probably gonna tap in to one of these fuses. And yeah, fuck it, let's get this shit installed. Okay, put you right there. This is like another O2 sensor, so it reads your AFR, air-fuel ratio. Just screws right on. Mira. Ese güey.
las measurements que te avientas, güey.
Es una troca, güey. Es un truck intake.
Como de una LS, ¿no?
Yeah. There it is. Bada bing, bada bam. Now, there you go. I just fed it through that little hole right there. And then comes out of a shaw. So now I just got to fish all this shit to the driver's side. So I'm gonna put you guys down for a little bit. That way I can route this wire or all these wires the way that they're supposed to be routed. So I'll come back whenever I have all that shit zip tied, and then once we're gonna install the gauge. All right, so got the gauge installed. How to trim the back a little bit. I don't know if y'all can tell, just so it can fit. It was a little bit too big, but there it is. That's my boost gauge, and then the AFR. So now I just got to wire them into some switched power, and it's ready. That's simple. Literally that simple. So you just got to run this long ass wire. Just got to figure out how to run it all the way under the truck or under the dash that goes to the wideband sensor over there. And then this one, you just got to find a way to route it. So, you know, this is the one that gives it power. This is the one, you know, this is switched power, and then your ground. And yeah, it's easy. So let me go ahead and finish off installing this shit, get it all wired up, and then we'll start it up and see if it reads the air fuel mixture and see if we're running rich or lean. Alright, so there you go. I have it all somewhat all ran. I just need to hide the wires a little bit better, but it is working now. It's at like a 13:1 compression, you know, fuel ratio. Nice little clean install. Looking A1 Gucci. So I'm gonna just hide these fucking wires a little bit better, and then I'll come back again. Alright, so there we go. Got the AFR gauge. Seems to be good. It's a little bit on the rich side, which is good. You don't want this bitch to be on the lean side. Lean is mean. But I'm gonna go take it to my homeboys, get it washed. I don't feel like washing it myself. So I'm gonna take it to them to get washed. But it's pretty good. It keeps between like 13:1, 14:1, which is good. Like I said, you know, the truck has been running A1. No big issues, no nothing. Hope it stays like that. So I'm gonna make my way over there, and yeah, I guess I'll make a little video whenever they're washing it, just because I don't want to be driving and recording at the same time. So yep. Alright, so I didn't record whenever I was getting the truck washed. I was just chilling with my homeboys. I kind of forgot about it, but the truck is washed. Got the AFR gauge all installed, looking good. There it is, along with the boost gauge. And like I said, you know, like even though I'm on the freeway, it's staying like pretty rich. It's not really leaning out. even if I give it gas, look at that. So yep, it's running good. Right now I'm gonna put the truck up. I'm gonna go on a small little date with my girl, so I think this is where I'm gonna end up the video. At least I'm gonna show you guys that it's, you know, driving good. Got my gauges. They look way better in person. Like video doesn't really do it justice. But yeah, dude. I don't even know what the fuck to say. But I'm sorry if I haven't uploaded any videos. Like I said, you know, I haven't done anything to the truck. I really haven't taken it out to any shows like that. More with all the shit that's going on with the stupid virus and stuff. So it's kind of hard, you know, to go anywhere because things get canceled or there's only like a limited amount of people that can be in that bitch. So anyways, I'm gonna try and upload more stuff whenever I can, or whenever I do stuff to the truck. I think the next big thing that I'm gonna do to this thing is take the bed off and redo my fuel lines, because the fuel lines that it has in there, they're like half AN braided steel fuel lines, and then the other half is a stock shit that comes with the truck. So I'm gonna upgrade all the fuel lines to a -6 PTFE, so that's safe for E85. Because if I do run E85 through these AN fittings or AN lines, it might start eating away at the rubber. So I'm gonna install some good E85 safe fuel lines. That way the truck is running good. And I can't wait to tune it. I think the next thing that I'm gonna do before I do actually get it tuned is install a posi unit, just because it is still a peg leg and I don't want to tune it like that. So once I get those fuel lines installed and then the fucking posi unit, we're gonna hit the fucking dyno and hopefully see what it makes. Or I mean, hopefully see what it makes. Hopefully it makes some good power. Supposedly the turbo that I have, it's only rated for about 600-ish horsepower. So if I can tune it to that, for now it'll be perfect. And then later on, you know, I am gonna upgrade the turbo to a bigger one, so hopefully like a 78 or maybe an 80 millimeter turbo. But that'll be in the future, not anytime soon. You know, I'm not really trying to spend that much money on this shit anymore. You know, I want to, you know, I want to put in more money, but you know, sometimes you got other shit. I got other shit to worry about. So later on next year, if you know, or this year, this new year, hopefully if this new year is good, I'm gonna upgrade the turbo and, you know, upgrade a few other little things. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off here, so whenever I get home I'll show you how it looks all washed up and shit. Won't be able to see much because it's getting dark, but I'll show you guys. So let me get home and then yeah. Alright, well, there it is, all washed up. That's how it looks, nice and pretty. Like I said, it's already dark outside, so it's kind of hard to get how it really looks. But yeah, there's today's video. I know it wasn't much and it was kind of but it's a video. It's better than no video. So yeah, yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, the next big projects are going to be upgrading the fuel system and then the posi, and then we can finally get it dynoed and see what it does. But till then, this is where I'm going to end off the video, so catch you on the next one. Yeah.